loves, welcome back. It's your girl Desiree and I'm here with update number 3. In case you're new to this channel, I will link my first and second updates below so you can go check those out if you would like and then come back to this one. So let's get started. I just recently uploaded update number 2. However, that video was actually shot at the end of July. I don't think that I've given a proper shout out to the photography program at Daytona State College. I am an alumna of the program. I graduated in 2010. And right now the laptop that I have is a 2006. So unfortunately I don't have the ability to have editing software. There's a lot of things that my laptop is not capable of. So in the process of me trying to save up for a new laptop, my professors in the photography program at Daytona State have been so kind to let me come in and use their Mac lab to do my editing for these videos. So since I'm using their Mac lab, there are restrictions on the hours, and I shot it at the end of July, but then they went on break between summer and fall semesters. They opened up at the end of August, and I just now had gotten it edited and uploaded. So that update is quite a bit old. I am currently employed now, however it is only part-time. I'm working with an inventory company, so there are both pros and cons in this type of work. One of the biggest cons for me is having to get up so freaking early. Sometimes I have to be awake anywhere between 1 and 3 a.m. And I have to meet either at the store or I have to get the courtesy van to wherever we are going. Usually we're starting between 5 and 7 a.m. But on the flip side of that, one of the pros is being done between 10:30 to maybe 12 o'clock. So I have the rest of the day to either, go edit these videos or shoot videos or just relax, get caught up on things. So there's both sides to that. Unfortunately, I am only working 2 to 3 days a week. So I am making enough money to pay for my monthly bills, which include my cell phone bill and paying the IRS the taxes that I owe from last year, which I talked about in the previous update videos. Unfortunately, however, I'm not making enough money to really save anything. So as I talked about in the last video, update number 2, job searching is just really soul crushing. It's dehumanizing. It takes up so much time and you're not even guaranteed a callback. So it's been very difficult. Once I landed this job, which by the way, I got after I decided to take the advice of my friend and I took my bachelor's degree off of my resume. As soon as I did that, I got this callback just a few days later actually. So I took it, I read the reviews online, I knew it wasn't a very good company to work for. All reviews give maybe 1 or 2 stars out of 5. They say what a horrible company it is to work for. I can definitely see that since I've been working for them, why they would get such low reviews. First of all, the first day that I went in, I was not trained at all. I was just kind of thrown on the floor. I actually had to go to the supervisor and say, hey, it's my first day. What am I supposed to be doing? Because at orientation, they didn't even have the terminals that we're supposed to be using, so we couldn't get familiar with those. It's just very unorganized, not a lot of communication. Unfortunately, several companies that I've been working for, even some of the biggest name brands out there, there is a lack of communication and a lack of organization. And that's very unfortunate because, as soon as you start, you're already feeling like you don't understand what's going on and it just starts ball rolling in a negative direction. However, since I stuck it out and I've been working there a little bit, longer, I've learned a few more things. Unfortunately, I've been learning them from fellow coworkers. There are no trainers whatsoever that I am aware of. So that's made it, kind of difficult to kind of get in the flow of things. Also means that I'm not counting as quickly as I should be. I'm not doing things properly. But I will say that the supervisors that I have, every time I've asked them a question, they have been very nice for the most part. There is one person who is just a total ass. Right now, for what I need in my life, this is working out for me. I do need to start applying for other jobs. I'm hoping to get something closer to full-time, maybe even having 2 separate jobs. I really just want to go as hard as possible to try to earn as much money and, being able to pay off these debts and to be able to get the things that I need to be able to get on the road. I'll talk a little bit more kind of later in this video about some personal things that I'm dealing with. But before that, I want to talk about new vlog ideas. Most of these videos that I've been uploading have been around hikes and nature and things of that sort, and I really enjoy being in nature. And actually this video, by the time you see this, the video for Trimble Park will already be uploaded. I used a gimbal for the first time on this video, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. It just stepped my game up. The cinematography is just so much better than just being on a regular extension pole. But that is not what I want this channel to be. It's been what has been easiest for me as far as accessibility, as far as financially. It's been great to, you know, kind of learn from those things. But I really want to do more travel related videos. I really want to go to more cities and stuff like that. I do love nature. I like being in nature, but I actually enjoy a lot more being in a downtown, being in a city, doing urban exploration, things like that. So I have a few things in the works. I'm not going to reveal them just yet. I have been working on this book with a friend of mine now, actually, since I believe we started in 2006. Goodness, so it's been 10 years now. Wow, I didn't even realize that until just now. But I think that the more I delve into travel, the more of these things that I will get to check off. In probably the next vlog that goes up after this one, I will be doing one of those videos and I will be revealing this book that we've been working on. But that is all that I will reveal for now. So if you saw update number 1 and 2, then you likely saw this dry erase board that I'm about to show. However, I've taken off the debts and my wish list and the $6,000 that I wish to spend, and I have put something else on there. It is this. So I need to get a second dry erase board so I can have this one, because I really don't want to erase it. I really like the imagery that I've put on there, and it's great to see this. It's wonderful motivation every time I look at it. This is my first goal. I really would love to have a job that pays $15 an hour or more, a job that I really love doing, that's close to full-time, 32 to 40 hours per week. This would be ideal, because then I can, have one steady job and I can save up as much money as possible. I can get these debts paid off. I can get these things that I need, and I can get on the road. So after that, once I am finished paying off my credit card debt, I'm actually going to go right back into debt by getting a new MacBook. This will help me tremendously because I can then get Adobe Premiere. I can edit here at the house. I don't have to go back and forth to Daytona State College. I can do things overnight, and I can do a lot more because I won't have the restrictions of the hours of the Mac Lab and things like that. The one that I think that I have chosen is the MacBook Pro 15-inch with Retina display. This isn't 100% yet. When it comes, I've paid off the credit card and I'm getting ready to purchase it, I will do kind of a last minute research. I have been doing research now. This is the one that I've chosen for the time being. But I will do just a last minute kind of comparison between the ones that I want and go from there. Another thing that will help out would be getting a new camera. After all of that, just getting completely out of debt. I don't know if this is in frame, if you can see this, but getting completely out of debt. Then I, want to start saving the $6,000 to backpack through Central America. So kind of going on to some personal things that I've been dealing with. Living here at my parents' house, as one would assume when you're 32 years old, is not ideal. My parents and I have struggled a lot with our relationship ever since I was a teenager. It goes in and out. It's very much a roller coaster ride. Some days are absolutely amazing. Other days, I want to be anywhere else but here. I have actually packed up my things and I've left before and gone to stay with friends over the weekend and seriously considered living out of my car because we don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. They don't want me to talk about any of the things that I believe in. They watch the nightly news, the local nightly news every night, and it's just so infuriating to me, the things that the nightly news is saying, the way that everything is biased. And they know that it's biased and they still watch it. Instead of complaining about and being pissed off about what the news is saying and how they're manipulating facts and how they're making people think a certain way, instead of being angry at that, they're angry at me for when I speak up and I say something. I've never felt, since I was a teenager, that I've never been comfortable with who I was around my parents. And I'm sure they're going to see this because they watch my videos, but that's just the reality. I've always felt like there was something wrong with me or that I was just far too radical. Everything is an argument. And I know if you were to ask them, they would say the exact same thing about me. So it is a two-way street. I'm not perfect in this. I've made mistakes. I continue to make mistakes, but I just feel so torn because honestly, like, there's nowhere else for me to go right now. Like, this is the only place, like, besides my living in my vehicle, in my car, that I can go. And I've been losing a lot of family and friends over this, over things that I fight for, things that I stand up for. I don't know where this is taking me, but I feel so strongly about it. And I don't want to lose family or friends, but honestly, like, this is more important to me. Like, if you're gonna give up on me and you're not even going to sit down and have a conversation with me about it, then I feel like I'm better off with you not in my life. My parents have always been there for me financially. Like, they haven't missed a step. Every time I needed something financially, they were there and they helped out. And I don't negate that, and that it doesn't go unappreciated. But what I need more than financial support is emotional support. I need friends and family that are there to listen to what I have to say and to be angry with me. Like, there's so much negativity in this world, and please stop telling people who are frustrated that there's so much beauty as well. Yes, there is, but there is so much negative that it is difficult to see through that and to see that beauty. And we try. It's not like we're not trying. It's not like we don't want to see the beauty. We want to see the beauty. We want to be happy. We want to feel free, but we don't, because we understand and feel what's really going on and our eyes are not closed to it. Like, let's create a world where we are free to be real with each other, to speak our minds. We do not know as a people how to communicate correctly. I've had so many people in my life that are so afraid to tell me truth and so afraid to speak up to me about how they really feel that they're willing to just either put my life in danger and or cut off our friendship entirely. And that's not okay. I don't want people like that in my life. I want people who are going to be real 100% of the time. So getting on with this, once I can get on the road full time, I think my mental state will be a lot better. I'm meant to be on the road. I'm not meant to stay in one place. I'm meant to be roaming. I'm meant to feel more free than I do. And right now I feel caged. I think it's very difficult for generations before us to grasp the lifestyle that we want to live, because the internet didn't even exist, in the capacity that it does now when I was a child. Let alone when, generations before me and before us, were our age. And so it's the conventional way to, get into one job and to work your way up the ladder and to stay there for years and years and to live in one city. I think it's difficult for some people to grasp that people don't have to do that now, that people can work via the internet. And that's what I want. So moving on a little bit more with this, if you saw my Instagram post, you saw right here that I had 100,000 subscribers that I wanted by the end of next year. Not saying that that can't happen. You never know when a video will go viral, or when somebody that has millions of viewers like shouts you out, or you do a collaboration, or you know, something happens and you gain a lot of subscribers at one time. But I do also want to be realistic. So I changed that number from 100,000 to 1,000 subscribers by the end of next year. If I have more than that, that's amazing, that's great, that means I reached that goal. But I just want to set the bar for a place that I'm like almost positive that I can reach. And when I do, then I will move on. Right here, I want to be earning at least $3,000 from YouTube, from brand deals, and I want to do another video. I'm still trying to navigate on how I will work out doing brand deals as an anti-capitalist. It's kind of counterproductive, but at the same time, you know, if I want to make a living doing this and making videos and all of this stuff, then I have to work with different brands. And there are companies and corporations out there that are amazing, that I wouldn't mind working with, that, you know, treat their employees very well, treat their customers very well. Their, you know, products are not made in sweatshops in, you know, different countries abroad. I just need to be very diligent in doing the research for any companies that I, you know, want to work for or that want to work for me. I think $3,000 is, you know, is a good goal, and I think that for where I'm going, at least where I'm starting, $3,000 a month would be way more than sustainable. And it will be good to save that money for future trips, because that's where I see myself in the foreseeable future, is just staying on the road as long as possible and making this stretch and seeing as many countries as I can and having as many experiences as I can, and just creating a life that I want to have, not one that society tells me that I'm supposed to have. To be really honest, like having a house and having a yard to maintain and all of that, and it's just too much for me. Like, I don't want that right now. I do kind of want to at some point maybe buy a condo. I like the idea of like apartment living, but I also want to own something. I don't want to just be throwing money away on rent all my life. And then after all of these goals are met, then I will create new goals. So I'm going to set this aside. I don't have another dry erase board right now. I'm just going to put up a title card right here. So state taxes still remain the same. It was $486. They are completely paid in full. The federal taxes that I owe to the IRS, I currently owe $698. There is a bit of a discrepancy with this. When I filed my taxes, it said that I owed $2,856 in federal taxes to the IRS. However, when they sent me their paperwork, they had a different number, a lower number. However, the $450 that I sent in via money order was not included on the payments that I had made thus far. I've been trying to call the IRS. I've called twice. I have to keep calling to get that clarified. But anyways, as of my records right now, I still owe $698. For my credit card, unfortunately, when I was unemployed, I had quite a few expenses that I had to pay on there, so that actually went right back up, but I have paid off some more of that, and I'm now down to $2,300 again. And the quicker I can pay that off, the quicker I can get a MacBook and a new camera, and the quicker I can make all of these dreams come a reality. So the two things on my wish list that I just mentioned, the MacBook, I'm anticipating roughly $2,000, and for a new vlog camera, I am looking at the G7X Mark II, which with taxes will roughly be $745, give or take. And then saving up for the trip itself, I want to save $6,000 before I get on the road, which for 6 months will be approximately $1,000 per month. So that is update number 3. Here are my Instagram and Twitter accounts. Shout out right now to the 27 subscribers that I have on YouTube, and shout out to the 198, 199, 200-ish followers that I have on Instagram. I really want these updates to be comprehensive. I want to show you as much as possible from beginning to when I actually get on the road. So if you're wanting to do something like this that you know, like right now I'm about to hit, on October 8th will be 4 months. So after 4 months I only have 27 subscribers on YouTube. Some people would argue against this fact, but it doesn't come easy for me to promote myself. So we'll see what happens, but thank you for watching this far. I really, really appreciate you. I love you. Stay tuned for the following videos that I have, and look out for update number 4. All right, until the next time, I leave you with revolutionary love.